Ivy, the Caprice and Jay Sheeky's all have his name above the door, as does the newly opened Scott's of Mayfair. His restaurants are frequented by film stars and celebrities, but we have him cooking exclusively for us this morning. It's his first appearance on Saturday Kitchen. Good morning, Mr. Mark Hicks.
James.
Great to have you on. Now, I love your food. Simple, to the point, great food. What are we cooking?
Yeah, OK, so today we've got beef ribs, quite an unusual cut of meat.
Yep.
This is kind of the bit above your Sunday roast.
Now, people, there's a nickname for these, isn't there?
Jacob's Ladder, yeah. So when they're all attached, you've got your bones and your strips of meat in between.
Yeah.
So it kind of looks a bit like a ladder.
Look like a ladder, yeah.
So what we're going to do today is braise these in this gun.
Right.
Which is a great beer to cook with.
OK, right, lovely. So what do we need to do first?
OK, firstly we're going to season them up.
You want me to chop a lot of veg, don't you?
Yeah, you on the veg today, James.
OK. Now, these ribs, people were buying these ribs... they buy a rib roast, really, from if the people are buying them from a butcher's. These would be above that, wouldn't they?
Yeah, your butcher may give you a funny look when you go and ask for these things, but I think if you give them a few days' notice...
but they're a cracking cut of meat to use, aren't they, really?
I mean, they look pretty chunky, but by the time they're cooked, they kind of shrink back onto the bone quite a bit.
Phil, ever used these sort of things?
No, not at all. Looks a little bit complicated to me.
Looks a bit...
yeah,
very tasty. It tastes a bit like oxtail, you know, when they finish cooking.
Yeah, it's that... They've got an element of fat in there, haven't they?
Yeah.
OK. There's loads of veg coming towards you. So you've put just a bit of flour on there?
Yeah, a bit of flour, seasoning.
Yeah.
That's
now,
it.
in there we've got celery, we've got onions, carrots. Do you want another onion?
A little bit of garlic. No, that's fine.
That's all right.
And we're going to pop those into the oven.
Stick that in the oven?
Yeah, that's all right, I've got it.
OK. Now, how long do they roast for in there?
They need, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes until the outside of the meat is nicely caramelised.
Right. What's next?
Good. And we're going to serve with that salsify.
Right.
All right. Tricky veg salsify. You don't really...
Tricky veg, yeah.
Buy it in the supermarkets that often. Quite difficult to peel. You'll find you end up trying to sort of peel it twice because you get all these black bits in it.
Yeah.
But quite a nice flavour. It's a bit like somewhere between a parsnip and a sort of turnip.
Yeah, great flavour. And I think, what do you reckon the people really don't buy it for? Is it because it's quite difficult to prepare?
You wouldn't really pick that up off a supermarket shelf or a greengrocer's, would you? It looks a bit ugly, so...
Right, OK. So I'll prepare those, and I'll go get you the ribs for you. So these ribs have been in here for, what, 40 minutes, something like that?
Yeah, as you can see, they're nicely caramelised now. Good, so we're going to put those into a pot.
Now, these, if you were preparing these in advance, you need to put in a little bit of water with a...
Yeah, if you're doing a lot of it, just lemon juice and water, just to keep their colour.
Because they'll go brown a bit, yeah?
Yep.
OK, so what are you doing over there, then?
OK, I'm going to put all the veg...
Apart from setting the fire alarms off.
Yep. Into a pot.
Yep.
I'm then going to use the cooking juices to make the sauce. So I'm going to dust it with a bit of flour, using that.
Yep.
Get the gas on here.
Get that one on full for you. There you go, it's on.
OK.
I'll probably put it on this one. It's a bit quicker, this ring here.
It's a bit like you're making your Sunday gravy, really.
Yeah.
So get that fat stirred in.
So tell us a little bit about this new restaurant, because obviously we've heard of the Ivy, we've heard of all those restaurants.
Is second oldest restaurant in London.
Right.
Those of you who know London, Rules in Covent Garden is the oldest, and it's been around since sort of early 1800s.
Yeah. It's predominantly a fish restaurant, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was always famous for its oyster bar, and what we've done is completely gutted it and recreated a big oyster bar in the middle, so that you can kind of sit in the middle of the restaurant, eat oysters, seafood.
Lovely.